Welcome back as we continue here in Baton Rouge. A lot happening in this hour. We'll talk to Laura in a few minutes. Jay Johnson, the LSU baseball coach. He only won a national championship last year. And now we say hello to William Tate, who is the president here at LSU. And it's always great to see Dr. Tate. We're putting your microphone on and getting you ready for action. But the president has shown up bearing gifts.
I have. I have. Literally, you've got to try this. We have a tiger bait, and then UCLA colors. True blue.
Well, I want LSU.
Let's see.
I would.
Let's see what we have.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you have this. We're going to switch it up.
Oh, got the wrong one. Well,
I think you might have the wrong one.
I didn't know. I knew there were.
No, this is UCLA. I'm sorry.
I hope the team does better tomorrow.
They better. Last time wasn't so good, was it?
No.
All right.
Well, President Tate, it is great to see you as we just completely forget the audience and start chowing down.
Indeed.
This looks. Oh, by the way, this looks quite good.
Yeah.
What is this?
It is good. Tasty, right? See,
That
I
is
believe in
outstanding.
respecting your opponent, so no matter what flavor you have, it's going to taste good. Yeah.
I'm not even that much of a sweets eater, but
It's hot out here, so.
that is outstanding. The president has won the day here. It's great to see you again, and thank you so much for being here. And we were talking to Scott Woodward earlier just about the spirit of this campus, and we have another national championship coach coming up. I've seen you at all these national championship celebrations. I remember, I think it was at the women's, that you were dressed. You were dressed to the. I mean, I was not sure who you were because you were literally doing a routine.
Well, one of the members of the board bought a jacket, and he said, "If we win the championship, will you wear the jacket?" And I said, "Absolutely." And so now that jacket is famous because I have to wear it every time we win a national championship. And I hope to have it on, I hope it's just worn out.
Well, you've gotten some pretty good use out of it. But what I was most struck by, and I mean, there's let me just try to put this charitably because next week I'll be somewhere else. Dr. Tate, there's some college presidents who are academicians, and they spent their entire time writing theses, and they're a little stiff. You will confirm that for me, won't you?
That's fair.
I mean, you were Vegas vaudeville. I mean, it was fun to watch. We were showing it live.
So the thing about it is, I feel comfortable in my own skin. Like most college presidents, I came through the academic ranks, did research, still am actively involved in research. But you're also the president. You're representing the spirit of the university. And we have a tremendous fan base, tremendous alums, and it's just it's a Louisiana feel, and you have to live with it. And I embrace it. I embrace the history, the culture. It's just an exciting place to be. I tell everybody who wants to come here, just embrace the culture. It's just amazing.
And that's what I think. Every place is unique. But having lived in this state and having been here so many times, it is indescribable, and I should be better at this since I'm a writer. But when you get down here, the fans, the spirit, the culture, as you mentioned, just the passion for everything, for living.
Right. Living, the passion for seeing us do our best. Mm-hmm. There's just a real desire for that, and I embraced that when I was in my academic life. Be your best, try to build a team that's going to win as a researcher, and we do the same thing in athletics. Build a team that's going to win, and our motto right now is just build teams that win in everything we do, and it's exciting.
I would like to talk to you about the actual campus world because there's so much negativity when you watch the news at night, and we had a run of one president after the other just leaving, and I talked to a lot of people in your field, not as many as you, that there's a lot of stress. How do you deal with that? Because there are a lot of critics out there.
Well, I think it's, I always tell people rules without relationship leads to rebellion. And the key to being a good college president is relationships. You have to be in relationship with multiple constituencies, understand what they care about. Don't just set rules. Because in the end, the rebellion is we no longer need you.
That's true.
So the reality is we work really hard in relationship building with different constituent groups, students, legislators, alums, people who may not have ever attended LSU but love the place, right? And you have to understand their heartbeat and what drives them. And I think we try to do the right thing in terms of good relationships, be ethical, understand the foundation of the university ultimately is the pursuit of truth. And that manifests in sports. I mean, you're in the truth-telling business. You come on, I've seen you just lay it on people, right? And but most folks love that. They want to know what's true. And in the end, if we do that as a university in our teaching and our learning and our research, and we speak truth about what's happening in athletics and work really hard to be great at it, I think it plays out really well. And that's the relationship building part of what we have to do.
And it's also about understanding the constituency. It's very much like politics. You need to know, and I've seen you at countless games. You're with the students. You're talking to them. When you listen to them, not so much at a game, because we know what that conversation is like. What do you hear from them when you are on campus or meet with them?
If we win a national championship, the first question is, are we going to get the day off? After that,
is there a standard answer for that?
No, go to class. I say go to
Trying
class.
to get you guys a day off.
I say go to class every single time. Foundationally, they're usually just happy that you're engaging with them. And, I'll ask standard questions like, what's your major? How's that going?
Right.
What are the stressors related to that? Because we spend our time trying to make sure the opportunity pathway for them to complete their degrees are really wide open. Like nothing's going to get in the way if you have hard work, discipline, and you apply it. And that's what we work with our student government on. How can we make this a better opportunity for you? What can we do on the ground to make sure if you're in mechanical engineering, you can get out. If you're in mass comm, you can get out and you can go and be great. When I recruit student athletes, and I hate to say it, I say, you're a genius already. You are. Our job at LSU is to help you find your second genius. And it's the same with every student who comes here. Our job is to help you find your genius. And we need to open the door of opportunity so that you can do that. Student athletes, they get to find two. Regular students, generally, one genius. I'm great in finance. I'm great in mechanical engineering. I'm great in computer science. Find your genius and go out and be great.
And there is also a lot of negativity about this moment in time. And I'm talking about in the intercollegiate athletic space. And most of it has to do with finding ways to deal with litigation, all these things that you have to deal with outside of sports, but now it's in sports. Does that drag anything down, knowing that the athlete is different than it was, but they have opportunities that nobody who's ever played ball has ever had either?
I think it's actually fair. We're trying to create a platform that's fair. And in the SEC, I think the thing that we have to do is work together collectively to make sure that the opportunity pathways for athletes are maxed out and they can be the very best individuals they can be. Back to the genius point, we're helping them find a second genius. And so we need to be in that business. And I think my colleagues and I are committed to that. And, I look forward to working with them. It doesn't matter what happens from a litigation perspective. We still have the same job. Right. We've got to help student athletes hone that first genius that got them that scholarship and then find that second genius. That's never going away. That's foundational work. And if we do that, I think we're going to be just fine.
I'm going to part with a question that deals with the masses because I'm intrigued by this genius. We all are trying to get better. We buy self-help books. We try to lose weight. We try to do this. Tell us about genius, because I am mesmerized by the fact that all of us can aspire to do something, whether we're an LSU student or not.
Right. So let's think about it like this. If I'm a 4-star basketball player, there are according to ChatGPT, there are about 25 to 45 million people in the world, starting at age 4 all the way to adult leagues, who play basketball. If I'm a 4-star, I'm in the 99 percentile of individuals who play basketball in the United States, K-12. Put that in a global perspective, you're still in the 99 percentile. You're at the top of the game. The real challenge is, as you get older, you fall back, and nobody pays you to be in the 97th percentile. You know, that's called a 35-year-old NBA player. The thing is, if you learn cyber or analytics, or you learn marketing, you know, take Angel. I remember talking to her. She went to be in marketing. She's a guru at this. She picked up on how to do that while she was here honing her genius. You can apply that, and you can make money. Every recruit I meet with, I'm like, you want to major in business? What's not going away, guys, gals? We're always going to be building things, major in construction management. Right. We're always going to need food, agribusiness. We're always going to need clothes, something in business and dealing with clothes. Find something where the denominator is great, and you're going to hone that skill and be outstanding. If you do that, your second genius will carry you, and for regular students, your first genius, and you'll have a great career. You better come back to LSU and write people like me checks. It's called philanthropy.
Oh, always a treat and a learning experience, even for a terrible student like me. Dr. Tate, thank you. It's such a pleasure to spend time with you.
I appreciate
you coming by. And thanks for the ice cream.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It was great.
Take care.
We'll take a short break. We are live in Baton Rouge.